For motorcyclists the whole world over, there is little to compare with the exhilaration of the open road. And a ride on the wild side, whether to get from A to B or simply for pleasure, is always thrilling. Ever since the end of World War II, when fighter pilots, soldiers, and sailors all settled back down to a life of peace, motorcycles rose to prominence, replacing the void left after so many years lived facing extreme danger on a daily basis. The daring sense of adventure offered by motorbikes was totally life-affirming, and whether in the Hollywood movies or on the racetrack, these powerful machines became icons of the latter half of the 20th century. And in the post-war years, along with such classics as Triumph and Harley-Davidson, the Japanese manufacturers were rapidly making their mark on the world market. Of all the great Japanese motorcycles, the Suzuki name has always been synonymous with style and power. And from the classics of the 1970s, right through to the groundbreaking monsters of the present day, Suzuki can always be guaranteed to turn heads. However, we are definitely getting ahead of ourselves because the Suzuki story actually started at the beginning of the 1900s, when the company's founder Michio Suzuki, building on an already successful career, developed a loom for the weaving of silk, another of Japan's major exports. In fact, by 1929, the looms were also bought all over the world, and the company that had started off so modestly rapidly became a huge success. Nevertheless, Michio Suzuki was keen to diversify, and in 1937 he started a new venture, manufacturing cars, and within 2 years he had made several compact prototypes. But events on a global scale, as Adolf Hitler rose to power in Germany, meant that Suzuki's plans had to be put on hold. As the Japanese government signed a pact along with the Italians, joining Hitler and his axis of evil, the nation was soon at war with the rest of the world. A government directive declared that civilian passenger cars were a non-essential commodity, and by the time the war was lost, Suzuki had returned to the manufacture of looms. But Suzuki noticed other firms producing clip-on motors for bicycles as a mode of transport all over Japan as the nation's economy began to recover. From this concept, Suzuki took things one step further and designed an inexpensive, simple to build and easy to maintain motorized bike called the Power Free. It featured a 36cc two-stroke single-cylinder engine that could either be used to assist while pedaling or to power the bike completely. And it wasn't long before Suzuki turned their attention to racing. By 1953, the company scored the first of many victories when the tiny 60cc Diamond Free won its class in the prestigious Mount Fuji hill climb, providing Suzuki with the perfect advertising opportunity. Building on this success, many more bikes were produced, and the company name was changed reflecting this to the Suzuki Motor Company. And in 1954,